Okay.
This is a home interview, Ticonderoga, New York, 22nd of September 2005, approximately 10:30 a.m. Interviewers are Wayne Clark and Mike Russert. Could you give me your full name, date of birth, and place of birth, please?
James L. Webb, James Lewis Webb, 5/24/16.
And where were you born?
Glens Falls.
Okay. What kind of educational background did you have prior to entering service?
I think it was the 9th grade. I
Okay.
didn't get my... I had a test after I come back from the Army. I went to Albany and took a test to get my diploma for
Oh.
I finished the school and then...
Okay. Do you remember where you were and how you learned about Pearl Harbor?
Yeah, I was sitting, working in the dress shop as a cutter in Glens Falls,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where I heard about it. Then shortly after,
Do you remember how you felt when you heard about that?
I felt pretty bad. I think there's going to be a lot of trouble, going to be a lot of people get hurt, you know.
Mhm.
I read a lot of stories, war stories and things, but actually, in my case, it wasn't really as bad as it sounds. I've been lucky all through the place.
Mm-hmm.
I got the scratch on my hand, and I've been knocked down a couple of times. One of my men, he had a piece of shrapnel in his shoulder, and I was fixing it up, and a shell come in, knocked us both down. He says, "I'm hurt." I told him, I said, "You damn fool, I know it, I was fixing it." "No," he says again. He started laughing about it. Don't ask me his name. Names are something I don't
That's
know.
okay. Did you enlist or were you drafted?
Enlisted.
Why did you decide to enlist?
Well, we were sitting, I used to be a dress cutter,
Mm-hmm.
and we were sitting upstairs drinking the boss's whiskey. He wasn't there. We each had a shot. And truck went down with the little soldiers in it. They were coming back from someplace. And the guy I was with, David Sexton, said, "You know, that'd be good to go to south for the summer, for the winter." I says, "Good." So we went down to re-enlisted for 1 year.
What year was that?
War wasn't started yet, I don't think. That's war,
About 1940?
right around in the 40s, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And we went down and signed up for a year. Went out and had a couple of beers, and he said, "A year isn't long, it's going to be a cold winter." So I went back and then signed up for 3 years.
Oh.
Ended up with 5. Can't kick, so I come through it pretty good. He come through it good too.
So you were in from about 1940 to 45?
Yeah.
Okay. So what was the unit you enlisted in, the National Guard then?
Yeah, the Glens Falls, New York National Guard.
Mm-hmm. Where did you go did you go right away for training?
Shortly afterwards, we went to Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
In them days, we had the wrap leggings, so you can see how far back it is.
Did you go to basic training first or right to Alabama?
Went to Alabama. The only training we had was meeting in the Army or something. Now we got all our training in Alabama.
So you went down as a unit then?
Yep.
Okay.
The whole unit went.
So when you were done, then you had the old wrap leggings. Did you have the World War I helmets too?
Yep.
And 1903 Springfields?
For a while, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got the good ones, the M1s.
Mm-hmm.
A little heavier, but they were good guns.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty accurate. And
What was it like in Alabama?
it was hot and unfriendly. At first, they wasn't too friendly with us down there, being Northerners. But we get along good with them. The only trouble we had was for the bus driver. We was going from Anderson to another town. Started getting on the bus, and the bus driver wouldn't let this colored lady on because he said there wasn't enough room. And he said, well, let her on, but put her way in the back. And we said, no, she don't sit there. So he gave us an argument, so we threw him off the bus and drove the bus ourselves. Got where we was going. She had a nice seat in the front. Made her happy. But that time they weren't too friendly to the colored people down there. I don't know why. We always found them, well, they were good-natured and we had no trouble with them.
What else do you remember about being down there?
Well, not much. It was pretty routine stuff, just training and not much to do down there to go places. You had to Anniston, Alabama, and we go through the other places, but most of the time we just hang out around Anniston.
Mm-hmm.
Now, did you go on any of the long maneuvers that they had?
Yeah, I was on, well, I couldn't tell you just where, but we went on all over maneuvers all around the place.
Mm-hmm.
So like I say, you know that stuff, but you can't remember it when you want to remember it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, we had all kind of maneuvers and everything. And
How long were you in Alabama?
Well, let's see. Must have been a year or so, at least, I think. Because that's the only place we were stationed. We did all our maneuvering around Alabama and Louisiana.
Mm-hmm. Where did you go from there?
Overseas. We spent all our time there till they shipped us out to California, and then from California we went down the islands. It was a good trip.
What islands did you go to?
It was the big island, Hawaii.
Hawaii,
The big island.
okay.
That's where we landed. And we'd come in at night, just about night, and the volcano was going, so there's a beautiful sight then, you know, for us to see it.
Uh-huh.
And, but that's the only trouble. We had no trouble getting there, no alerts or nothing. We made the trip all right.
Mm-hmm.
Did you make it in a convoy? What is it, a large convoy?
There were several ships, not too of them any. I don't remember how many.
How much time did you spend in Hawaii?
Well, that's a good question.
Did you have additional training there?
Yeah, we had a lot of training there. We got most of our training there.
Okay.
And from there we went to Makin first, Makin Island first, then Saipan, Iwo Jima, and all beachheads we made.
What was your landing like at Makin?
It was kind of peaceful like. We didn't have much trouble getting to Makin. It was a small island. The other islands, well, Saipan was a little touchy at first, but we were lucky when we hit the beach. We just worked our way in. We were pretty well trained then. We had some good officers, and Charlie Dufresne was the captain. He got killed, I think it was Saipan, I think Charlie got killed. I remember that far back.
Mm-hmm.
What do you remember of Saipan?
Well, it was dangerous. We had a lot of trouble. I remember cleaning out the caves and things. And I remember, one thing I remember first, they had these little stone places, villages, the stone walls and everything, and like a little, I don't know if they built them especially for their Japanese army, But I want to remember most about it. Just as we moving out, a Jap soldier come running down and went into one of these, like a stone house, little stone place. And I got him when he started in. I got him right in the back. So that's about the only thing I remember. Otherwise, a lot of close calls. Been knocked down several times with artillery shells and got that scratch on my hand.
How did you get that?
Shell
Mm-hmm.
come in. It bandaged up one of my men's shoulder and the shell come in and knocked us down. And he got up, he said, I'm hit. I said, you damn fool, I know it. I'm trying to fix it. No, he says again. And we started laughing. And he says, you got hit too? I said, I did. And I looked down and it was bleeding there. It was, maybe quarter of an inch, so just bruised it. It bled, but
Mm-hmm.
it didn't hurt it.
Did you have to have the shrapnel taken out of it, or did it go right through?
No, they just nicked it and cut it.
Uh-huh.
They just scraped it like.
Now, did you get a Purple Heart for that, or?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Purple Heart and helped the pension. No, I was lucky. That's all that ever happened to me. I've been knocked down. But one thing I never did, I never worried about getting killed. And I think that was half the job that
Mm-hmm.
made me get along.
Now, were you a sergeant at that time?
Corporal and Okinawa, I think it was a sergeant, a regular
Okay.
sergeant.
Now, what kind of, did you carry a Grand?
Yeah,
Mhm.
I wouldn't get rid of that for anything.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted me to take a carbine, but I wouldn't do it. A Grand rifle was beautiful.
What did you like about it?
It was handling, easy to handle, easy to load, and accurate. Of course, I did a lot of hunting before I went overseas. I used to hunt a lot. I used a bolt action rifle. But I could have had a carbine, but I told them no, I wanted something that got power to it. Got 8 shots too, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's 8, wasn't it?
I
Yeah,
think so,
Grand
yeah.
had 8 shots. Just like a 30-06, and that's what I also used to hunt with, was a 30-06
Mm-hmm.
rifle. So, I was a pretty good shot, so I stayed with it. I could have had the easier one, a little carbine, but I don't like them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They ain't got enough power.
Mm-hmm. How long were you on Saipan?
Well, we stayed long enough so the island was secured.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went, I think, Makin was the first one. That was a small island. There wasn't much doing on that island. Most of the trouble they had was snipers in the trees. Saipan was rough going in there. There was a lot of Japanese on this place. And they didn't want to move too much. You had to push them. And Okinawa was real rough. But here to say, I never worried. I don't know, a lot of guys would worry about getting hurt and getting killed. And I went in with the idea, if you do it, you all right. If you don't, well, what the hell?
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever see General Smith, the general that was in charge?
No, I never got met any generals.
Okay.
No.
What do you remember about Okinawa?
Rough. Going in was rough. They had a lot of Japs there. And they didn't want to give up an inch. You had to earn, every inch you had to earn. And it was a rough. Took quite a few casualties there. And I got knocked down a couple times with explosions and stuff, but I was always lucky. Say, when you come out with just that, 3 years in the South Pacific, you got to be lucky.
Did you suffer from any kind of diseases like malaria or jungle rot or anything like that?
No. Didn't have nothing of that. I was healthy all the time. What the Army food was good, just when we could get it. A couple times we were getting delayed getting it, but But they always took good care of us. The National Guard was a good outfit. I don't see why they disbanded them. But the Army down here now, you go in there, they got a few things, but not much. I guess they're going to get rid of it by the sounds of it. On Warren Street.
Oh, the Armory.
Yeah.
Yes. I guess they're going to build a new one.
Well, they're not getting rid of the units.
Yeah.
The units are being transferred to other armories.
The Army. Well, it's a nice place. It's a lot of room there. We had a big room. We spent, I think we spent one night there. And then we marched from there to Hudson Falls to get on the train.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the end of it. Wrap leggings. If you never put them on, you don't know what you're missing. Time to get them up and get them so they stay in place is quite a job. No more got used to them. They gave us the other leggings they had.
Oh, the laced leggings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were good. Otherwise, we did pretty good. We seen a lot of action. But like I say, I never worried about getting killed. I think that's half the battle.
So were you a platoon sergeant then in Okinawa?
Yeah, that's when I got, well, what they call them, technical sergeant?
Tech sergeant.
Tech sergeant, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got up to that. So that's all the campaigns and stuff. Built that, too small. I don't know how I ever got into it. It's that size. I put it on now and it only comes to there. And I don't weigh too much now. About 140 something I guess now.
Now you received a Bronze Star
Bronze Star,
from.
Purple Heart,
Now where was the Bronze Star from? Okinawa or Saipan?
Okinawa.
What did you receive that for?
They never told me, they just issued it. Of course, I was a platoon sergeant, I had a platoon of so
Now, how did the promotions come about? By, like, the sergeant that was in charge was wounded or killed, and the next man moved up, and
yeah, that's one of the ways. Another way is the way you acted when you were like a corporal, how you they kept track of how you did and everything.
so evidently they liked the job you were doing, so you eventually became, looks like, a sergeant first class.
Staff sergeant, is that what they call it? Yeah.
Well, that's a platoon sergeant, I guess, E7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember the typhoon at all?
I remember a lot of rain, but I don't remember which one it was. We hit a lot of bad. Had a lot of storms. Had one of real bad one. That must have been the one you're thinking about. But
How about the Japanese kamikaze attacks? Do you remember those?
yeah, they come in swarming in. All you had to do was put your gun up and shoot. But we held them off pretty good. They never got too far ahead. I think our casualties were real low for what we went through. Not that I remember how many, but most all of them come through. Our captain was killed with a sniper. He got shot in the head. That was, I remember that because shortly before that, the night before, we camped stationed outside of a town that was burning. And they called me over and they said, take a couple squads and go through the town. I said, the place is on fire, it's lit up like daylight. We got to check, so I don't know why, nobody took a shot or nothing. Went out through this town, burning on both sides, brightest day. It must have been around 10, 11 o'clock at night, and they wanted to see if anybody's in it. Nobody in it, no shots, no nothing. Just like daylight. All the houses were on fire. But orders are orders. You take them and you don't ask questions. But like I say, a lot of things I remember and a lot of things I don't know. Lately, my memory isn't as good as it used to be.
Mhm.
I got bad ears from it. Just I don't hear too good. I have hearing aids, but they're on the shelf in the house. I don't wear them. I hear what I want to hear. I think that's it.
A
So
lot
you-
of people do.
Yeah. So you have hearing problems from the shells bursting around you?
Yeah,
Mhm.
it hurt the eardrums or something.
Mhm.
I get hearing aids from the Army. They take care of it. I don't like them. They're too big. They're not like if you go to a civilian doctor, you get smaller ears.
Mhm.
These here, they take up your whole ear.
Mhm.
They work good, but I very seldom use them because my wife says, why? I says, I hear what I want to hear.
Mhm.
But a lot of them pictures are from the guys in service and everything.
Now, were you on Okinawa until the end of the campaign?
Yeah, that's where I
Mhm. Where did you go after Okinawa?
go home.
Mhm.
Go back to California.
Did they train you at all for the invasion of Japan?
We had a lot of training about different islands to go on. We did 2 or 3 dry landings, but most of the training come from experience on the islands.
Mhm. Do you remember where you were when you heard about the dropping of the atomic bombs? At all?
Must have been in Hawaii someplace.
Mhm.
That's where we'd come back from. Every campaign we come back to Hawaii,
Mhm.
which was nice.
Mhm.
Back to Okinawa, Oahu.
Do you remember hearing about the death of President Roosevelt?
I heard something about it, but I don't remember whether.
How you felt at the time, or? Mhm.
Felt we lost a good man.
Mhm.
Don't get many presidents like him anymore.
No, no. Yes.
Okay, I'll give him the photo album and he can point out some of the pictures and I can zoom in on them if you want to talk about any of them.
Well, let's see. I'll turn around for a minute here.
Okay.
Yeah, most of these, there was a native on the islands. Hawaii. Hawaiian Clifford. That's over the Polly. We'll go over from one side of the island to the other.
Mhm.
There's always water coming down, but it never lands. Comes down part way and goes back up.
Oh.
From the waterfalls, there's small waterfalls going over the Polly, and the water comes down to the updraft, takes it back up.
Oh.
Very little hits the ground.
Mhm. Are there any photographs there with you in them?
Well, I don't really know. They should be somewhere, someplace. You know, just where. Here's one right here. Because he fixed Pete the South.
Now, which fellow are you in that picture?
The one in the back.
Okay.
I got hair.
Now, do you remember at all when that was taken or where that was taken?
No, I don't.
Okay.
When one of the rest camps, when we come back from most of these. Yeah, this is a place here for this water.
Can you hold that up a little so I can?
There.
Okay.
We spent a week there. In the week we had to put everything on top of the, I don't know just where it was, but everything had to put on our bunks because the water was a foot of water in the tents. The whole ground was covered for almost a week. The first thing you go to bed, you had to take a look out for centipedes and scorpions.
Oh.
They were twice as lousy with them. But about a week in that, none of the water went down or removed.
Mm-hmm.
That's our barber, Japanese barber.
Hold that up a second.
Now, where was she? In Hawaii?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Honolulu.
Okay.
She was a good barber, very nice, very pleasant. In fact, most of them were. Here's a picture of her. Oh, that's a dog. Kelly. Yeah, they're all familiar, but like I say, try and get a name.
Okay. Any other pictures with you in them?
Yep. Someplace. Gotta be. I took more pictures than I took set for. That one there is going over the poly. That's doing away getting on the other side of the island. You had a lot of memories here. I took mostly pictures of other people.
Okay.
They took pictures of me, I didn't get them.
Okay.
Now, when you went back to California at the end of the war, was that when you were discharged?
Yeah.
1945?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How did you get home?
Come home by plane. In fact, my duffel bags are still in California. Never got them back.
You never got your duffel bags?
No, we come in for another guy and myself. We come into Newark. Go on the plane. Every time they stopped, they brought sandwiches in. There's more sandwiches on that plane floor than you could shake a stick at. Of course, you know, they didn't come top flight some days. You skip, hop from one place to the other. So we flew back. We had a chance to take a train or fly, and we decided we'd take a plane and get back.
Mm-hmm. Where were you discharged?
Let me see. It's a damn if I can't see.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was in California because we got our papers and our that was I'll be darned, you know, that's funny. I should know.
Well, that's okay. When you, after you got home, did you ever make use of the GI Bill?
Oh, yes, for medical purposes and stuff, I used to have. I still do.
Did you buy a home with it at all?
No,
Or go to any schooling or anything?
I didn't buy nothing. Everything I did on my own, I got back.
Did you ever use the 5220 Club?
No. Never heard of it.
Well, it's,
Stop and think of it.
you received $20 a week for 52 weeks. It was like unemployment when you came back.
I don't remember getting any.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever stay in contact with any friends or anyone that was in the service with you?
Yeah, Art Gilman was, he lived up the road from me with the Crunch Road there
Mm-hmm.
in Glens Falls. And there are a couple others, but most of them died off now.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever join any veterans organizations?
Yeah, I belong to one now. What's the name of it?
American Legion or the VFW?
I belong to VFW and I belonged to the American Legion for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not much to going to meetings and things.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever join the 27th Division organization at all?
No, never been asked.
Mm-hmm. Okay. How do you think your time in the service changed or had an effect on your life?
Really, I don't think it had much of anything. It never bothered me. I never worried about getting killed. I never worried about getting hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I just took things as they come day by day. And the only thing is, I think it made me a little more confident in things I did.
Mm-hmm.
So I could make up my mind quicker.
Mm-hmm.
When you're in charge of a platoon, you've got to make up your mind quick, and it helps a lot.
Right. Okay.
Okay, we're going to have you hold up some medals here. I'll
Okay.
take this.
I'll blow my nose first.
Okay.
I got that summer cold.
Yeah.
Have them hold these up one
Yeah.
at a time.
Okay, we'll have you hold these up one at a time, and
Okay.
I'll focus in on them. Now that first one, it looks like the Conspicuous Service Cross. That's a New York State award.
Yes, I think it is. Yeah, that's also evident there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got that.
And this one here is World War II.
I think that's the, is that the Victory Medal?
Yeah.
Okay,
Pretty sure.
okay,
I'm pretty sure.
yep, okay.
Every year I'm less sure than I was before.
All right, that's the Asiatic Pacific
Medal there.
Medal, yeah. Hold that up a second, let me focus in on that. Okay,
And the Purple Heart.
okay, whoops,
How that goes.
all right. And that's your Bronze Star?
Yep, Brown Star. That's
Okay.
the best I can do.
Okay,
Well, thank
that's
you very
fine.
much.
Thank you very much. Oh, do you want to hold up your jacket too? Or do you want to hold that up, Mike? Get a shot of that.
I can put it on in one fit, but
All right. Okay, got it.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
I appreciate it. Did you believe it?
Well, it looks like it still fits you pretty good.
Yeah, but I'm not going to close it.
Oh, that's the style. Leave it unbuttoned. All right, thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.